Our next topic, number 2, is home inspections.
You did that so well.
Did I?
Home inspections. I like that.
So, home inspections.
Okay.
Those are fun. Always recommended for the buyer. Coming into a purchase, you want to know what are the things that are wrong with the house. And of course, a home inspector is licensed to be an inspector, but is not a licensed contractor.
Yeah,
So
that's a good distinction to
they're
know.
always going to note in their report, oh, you should have this looked at by someone else, engineer, plumber, electrician. So making sure the buyer keeps that in mind, because if there's bigger ticket items that come up in that home inspection, that can get costly when you start to add in getting second, third, fourth opinions on those things. But we have lots of really good professional home inspectors that we can recommend to you.
The hazmat suit is my favorite. When they emerge from the crawl space completely covered in dirt with their hazmat, you just know that they are working hard for you. You do. I think another thing to think about that a lot of, especially first-time home buyers, if you've never experienced the results of a home inspection, it's very daunting at times, because you can get an 80-page document
Easily.
and you're just looking at, and the seller also is panicking because they're thinking, you mean I have to fix 80 things before all of this happens? That's not necessarily the case, but that's why the real estate agent is there to help guide you through that, both emotionally and logistically, to say, okay, well, this I would recommend that maybe you get done, because I think that's an important one. Some of the things that a home inspector is going to look for, so I thought we could brainstorm some of those. I'm thinking like structural damage. That's a big one.
They do lots of wood rot, just in case something's soft and not sturdy.
Exactly, and that's going to tie into potentially that termite inspection that you're talking about. That we'll talk about later. There's also any leaks.
Yep.
Any water that should not be running.
That's right.
Is a really, really big one.
They check the electrical panel to make sure the wires are secure, that there aren't old knob and tube running into your new panel.
Exactly. So. You've got HVAC issues, potentially the water heater, which kind of ties into, I think, plumbing. Plumbing issues. That's another one. That would be a pretty big one.
Any of those leaks.
Yeah. And, the list goes on and on. So that home inspector, you can expect them, depending on the square footage of the house, it's going to take them some time to go through that.
Usually about 3 hours. So it's always good if you can make time to be present, but if not, most of these inspectors will get back to you and have a conversation with you about all their findings. And I usually always refer back to the home inspection report. They usually give you the full report, and then they give you a summary that has the yellow and red.
Yeah.
And the green we just bypass, but anything yellow and red.
Yeah, you got to kind of look at those.
You really want to look closely to see what is worth negotiating.
That's right. And that's another thing to think about is it can be very overwhelming for that seller to see all of those things.
Yes.
But all of this is negotiable. And, you talk to your real estate agent and say, okay, what are the things that really need to be done? And there might be like to code, right? Those are the things that you're going to want to kind of hit.
That's right.
You need that railing on that back set
the
of
deck
stairs.
supports need to be tightened up. Those,
So,
I agree.
I would say for sellers, kind of expect some of those things.
The best recommendation I can make for a seller, if they're watching our 10 steps to be informed, is to always have a pre-home inspection before they list. Yeah. It can help ease their mind, and it will ease the buyer. Buyer can still have another inspection, but if the seller will know what's coming.
That's right.
So.
And it also has this transparency, right? So
I'm not hiding.
It does, I think, reassure that potential buyer.
I agree. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
I'm taking the smaller one. I was trying to do the one that hid. Snack break. Are these keto?
No, not at all keto. Flour, sugar, butter.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. I hope you found this helpful today, and I also want to remind you again that Virginia is a buyer beware state. So what that means is that you need to be that informed buyer. We are here as a guide, but by no means are we experts in every single one of the 10 things that we covered over the course of these 2 videos. So please make sure that you are talking to your real estate agent, but you are also doing your own homework and you are making informed, vetted, qualified decisions. It's really important to us, and I know it's going to be important to you.